1 minute and change
Yeah,
for the
Skylar's.
tournament to start.
Yeah. We're. Yes, you did stream Snipe last tournament, Skylar. You said, guys, please look at my game like 4 times in the middle of rounds. So you could, I remember once you asked why we weren't looking at your game. How would you know that if you weren't watching the stream? It's ridiculous.
Justin's a very good mod. Okay, we have 30 seconds to go for the IHOP Monday fight night.
I feel like I'm going to cheer against Skylar because I know he's going to be watching this.
So,
who do I want to win?
Who do we want?
I want Daniel or Sam. I would be okay with. I'd be okay with whoever. Who is Veg 007? Is
so
that
we
Victor?
have a FIDE master.
Is that Victor?
2 national masters. Who?
Is
Veg? I assume that's Victor. Yes, I think that's.
Okay, Victor. Well, so we're going against him. No, we have 3 national. No, 2. I see you. 2 national masters, and FM is also in it. Yeah, okay, I got you. I see what you're saying.
All right. 1 second. Here we go.
All right. So
we have Skylar versus MCJGP.
That.
That's board 1.
Why don't we watch, like, I don't know, what's a game that could be interesting? Why don't we watch? We could watch Mark versus Epiphany. That's kind of a funny one. Yes. Also, Richard versus Sam. They've played a bunch of times over.
Let's watch Richard versus Sam, I think.
Yeah, okay. That looks like a nice game. So Richard, by far the most underrated player, like, compared to strength. I mean,
you're not going to see a national master being 1700. He just hasn't played.
Well, he's okay. He's not the best online player, but, like, he's obviously a lot better than that.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, we got a DE5. Sam gets this position, like, about a quarter of his games with black, probably.
Yeah, I don't mind this as black.
Ali gets a bye again.
Oh no! Last time Ali got a bye, he won the tournament.
All right, let's see. Hold on, I'm not even, like, up to date.
So we have a 6-round tournament. 13 players. Okay. So the difference between this tournament and last tournament is this is Blitz.
Why is Isaac not playing?
Isaac is playing.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
He is playing Victor right now.
He just late joined then, right?
Yes, I think so.
He joined it, like, literally last second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I like I like Sam's position because I don't really see how we're going to get, like, a knight to d6 as we like to do in this variation, and after knight f5 I don't know what he's doing with bishop on e3. So, okay, so I think
he's covering d6.
Yeah, I think Sam's maybe slightly better right now.
Okay, so now he gives him double pawns.
I guess, okay, white is somewhat threatening, maybe knight c5, but I don't think that's a huge deal. We can probably just move our king now, king c7 maybe.
Yeah. Maybe even ideas with f5 and then e4 just killing the g2 bishop in the future. Although he does have knight g5 hitting the bishop, so maybe not yet.
Bishop h6 is also an idea. How are you going to guard that? Are you going to go rook d3 maybe? Then like f5, knight c5.
Right, yeah.
So, like, bishop h6 if rook d3, then f5. Then they can't play knight g5, then they move the knight, then I go knight c5. This is the sort of thing I'm looking at. I don't know if it's good.
Yeah, this is a good position for Sam.
Alright, we want to check out another game. Let's see.
Yep, that goes f5. So f5 immediately. I was worried about knight g5.
Okay.
Oh, but he has bishop h6.
Okay, well, yeah, I still am not a huge fan. I still think that black is just better right now.
Right.
We don't have to take that at all. That would give white some play down the h file. Well, we could. It's probably not terrible, but okay.
Just got food.
I don't like this as much. I guess his argument is the bishop just sucks on g2, which is, I guess, reasonable.
Yeah, that's what I first was thinking about this position. Just kill the bishop on g2.
I like the 2 bishops, though.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think that I would still prefer black, for sure. Okay.
Okay, maybe we can watch another game?
I don't know, maybe Knight of Fate or something. Maybe I take that back slightly. Okay, yeah, why don't we take a look at, I don't know, what game you like? Daniel versus Nate.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that.
Check that out.
So, let's go back. e4 by Daniel.
Okay, Daniel knows his openings pretty well, so I'm not going to question what happened in the opening. I feel like if black has to play e6 on move 9, then he's just clearly worse.
Okay, yeah, this looks bad for
Yeah,
me.
I'm sure that.
Or I think this is Emmett, right? This is Emmett.
Oh, is it Emmett? Wait, which one is Nate then? Maybe I'm mixing them up. Sorry.
Wait, let's make sure. Yeah, this is Emmett. Four Aeons
Yeah,
is
my bad. This is
Nate.
Emmett. So I think that after on move 7, we probably had to go
Maybe
knight d5 because I don't really like
on move 7.
Yeah, or something. I mean,
Knight d5.
instead of knight g4. I mean, but then I don't like e6, bishop g5, queen e8. Okay, so white's a lot better. Now, how are we gonna realize that advantage? After knight e4, he calculated that if black tries to take twice on e5, the thing on h6 is hanging. Probably.
Right. I'm having queen d2, g4 ideas, so we can sneak on the queen d2, h6. So go c3.
Maybe we start with g4. So okay, I mean everything is great. I expect like b5 or something, but I don't think. I think that this is a very winning position.
Very uncomfortable for black, yeah. So
okay,
he's trying to go for b5, wants the bishop on b7, but I don't think he's in time to do any of that.
You want to switch to something else?
Yep. Let's go
Victor
versus Isaac.
Now I don't know. I'm sure they've played at some point too. But I don't remember any games where they did, whereas I can think of some games that Richard and Sam played. Oh, we have Roman in the chat. Taking a look at
Roman, how's it going?
Yeah, what's up, Roman? There are probably some players in this that you've heard of. Or maybe even played. I don't know. Yeah, Skylar responds in the chat instantly, so we're not going to look at Skylar's okay. Victor versus Isaac had like a typical no advantage whatsoever Victor opening with the white pieces.
So after a4, I like black's position.
So now, well, you know what it's like. It's like a Grunfeld structure, except not only is c4 not happened, but our pieces as black are like more active than they would be for white in the Grunfeld.
And I feel like whenever Isaac takes on b3, that pawn is just gonna fall.
Yeah, this is very Grunfeldish. Okay, let me keep going.
Okay, although Victor did take that pawn though.
Yeah, wait, what? I thought that maybe Isaac's idea would be to meet rook d2 with rook a5, but that didn't happen. So now I don't know what's going to happen.
So he might trade queens and go for an exchange on b3, but he
Wait a minute,
probably can't get that pawn back.
I have a question. Instead of a5, why wasn't there e4 or something hitting? I guess queen e2. Okay, maybe never mind.
e4.
Queen e2. It's like forced, right? There's no other option.
Right, because the bishop is attacked.
Yeah. My bad. But okay, maybe instead of queen e6, black could have tried rook a5. Is that the idea, or is rook takes d5? No, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about black's position anymore.
Well, surely after like move 18 or so, black's probably just better. So we messed up somewhere, and then I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't think that Isaac's actually going to lose this game, but because he has that huge time advantage.
And Daniel did defeat Emmett.
Yeah,
So let's see what happened. So we saw g4, and then queen d2. So we kind of predicted this. The queen came to h6, and unstoppable mate on h7. So that was a pretty quick game. And now we have. I'm looking at Sam versus Richard right now.
Okay. Let me go.
And I think this is just losing, right? Takes.
I'm not even at the game.
I don't know what Sam is waiting for. Yeah. Okay. Resigns.
I think we were on to that the whole way. Sam had a better position throughout the game, as far as I could tell. So Richard's, I think that Richard needed to first of all avoid allowing white or black just to take his thing on e3. That was the first problem. But I mean, something about the way that Richard played was very okay. He's saying some stuff in the chat. Maybe we could take a look at the variations he's giving.
Okay. I kind of closed the game, but I can go back.
Never mind. It's all right.
All right. Okay. So I'm looking at Victor again, but we could check some of the games we haven't looked at. So I actually want to check MCJGP versus Skylar.
Okay. Well, hopefully Skylar's just losing, so it won't matter what we say.
Yeah. That seemed like one of the interesting games. Because Skylar, he can beat really strong players, and he can also lose to really weak players. So
Yeah, I don't
that's why
actually
I'm
see
very
it.
interested.
I don't see yet how Skylar's losing here. I mean, he could just lose with a 2v1 on the queen side, but I don't see it yet.
Okay.
Might be able to hold this in an actual game. Like, for sure. I don't see a big problem here.
Rook D1. Interesting. I think that's a good move. Rook D1 check. Because
I don't know
now
how Skylar survives these really passive opening positions. Like, the position around moves 15 to 20 is so, like, I hate having those positions against players of posthumous strength. Like, it's so hard to play. But
Skylar offered to draw.
Yeah, he somehow kind of survived using some calculation. Now the position... Yeah, of course, Skylar offered a draw because he heard me saying that I think he was drawing. So he's watching the stream.
And he just said muted.
Yeah,
this boy.
Do you believe him? I believe that about as much as I believe that Victor...
Is A4 a thing here?
I don't know. Let me think.
A4...
Well, okay, A4...
If takes, my idea is Rook B2. I don't know if that pawn gets far enough for... Okay.
Oh, I don't like what Skylar just did. I would have rather tried what you were thinking about, maybe. Because how are we going to get rid of that rook?
Is he going to go Rook B6 and then exchange the A for the B pawn? Is that his idea?
But then Rook A7 is very annoying.
Oh,
maybe Rook B7? Okay. Yeah, never mind. Maybe I'm just blind.
He has to go for Rook B7, right?
Yeah, it's only move. There's nothing else to be done here. Unless he wants to... Okay, maybe his idea was to try and go F5 and then take...
So he's going to go down a pawn here, and he's trying to hold this?
I think you had to
3
play
versus
Rook B7.
2?
There was no way the king and pawn again...
Wait, he's going to lose the G pawn, too.
Okay, Skylar's going to lose in a position that was very, very drawn. Okay, good.
Yeah, okay. The G pawn is just falling, right? There's no way...
I was afraid that we weren't going to have anything to make fun of Skylar about after this round, but we actually might. Okay. Alright, I think that this is going to take a while, but I think that Skylar is going to lose this, because it's going to be really hard to defend the G pawn.
I think it's just gone. Just Rook G7.
Yeah, I don't really see it. Okay, what about... We haven't looked at self-service yet?
We have not. Let's go to that game. Versus Nate. Nate is down to 10 seconds, but remember it's 5 plus 2, so there's an increment, and he's getting killed here.
Self-serve started with his typical English opening, and I know the line that Nate
played. He doesn't even take the bishop.
No, I think I know where Nate got the idea to play it, too. It's probably from a video online. Anyway, let me go to the game, like to the position.
Oh, we did not check Mark versus Epiphany at all, and then apparently
didn't.
Mark won the game.
Big
upset.
I told us to do that earlier, but I think... Whoa, okay, wait. Is SS No, he's up a rook. He should be able to take care of this.
Check and then mate.
How did Epiphany defeat Mark?
No, Mark.
Sorry, the opposite. Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Yes.
How did Mark?
I'm not sure, but we still have Victor versus Isaac. Isaac is down.
How do you look at games that have already happened?
Isaac is up 2. Sorry, what? How do you look at games that already happened?
It's really hard.
You probably have to go to the profile.
That's so stupid. What a website, huh?
So Isaac just took that free rook, and
I really
resigns.
wish we could see that game.
And we have concluded round 1, I think.
Feels bad, man, because Mark also is the one, like, when Epiphany would say something, he'd be like, "No girls allowed" or something, you know. That happened like at least twice that I can think of.
Yeah.
So.
What happened here? How did Isaac swindle him?
Isaac won. I thought Isaac was gonna draw.
Oh, E4. That's nice. Nice way to recover the pawn.
Victor found a way to hang something. But how is that winning though, right? I mean, just rook D2.
I mean, it should just be a draw, but I mean.
Yeah.
It's Isaac. There's always a way.
Right. Well, now all of Victor's pawns are on the same colors as bishop, so he can't.
And then he just blundered the rook. Although this is lost already, probably. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, this up 2 pawns.
Okay. I really wish I could see how Epiphany lost. It's very hard to find games that
Okay.
Victor says he left. Oh, there has to be
So
one. Oh, we're in round 2 anyway.
we have Josh at
Why
number
we watch?
one.
Wait, we
No,
haven't been
there's a
paying
lot of
attention to
them.
Mark's game. Oh, but it's versus Skylar. Well, that's pretty funny, but I don't want to.
So we have all of the masters in first place. We have Daniel, Sam, Mark, and Ali because of the bye.
Just look at Daniel
first
versus Postuma
So we
right now.
can look at Daniel versus
Yeah.
Josh. Yeah, that seems like the most interesting game.
Okay. Personally,
So we have Kero.
On move 4 here, I think that e6 is a little stronger than knight c6, but maybe Josh has some special sauce.
There's definitely all prep.
Well, yeah, but I think
For
that
both
white
players,
kind of
right?
has a clear advantage against knight c6, in my humble opinion. But
I
it is
believe
very
you, dude. You prep really hard, so I'm definitely
It's very
believing you.
tricky. I forget what Skylar plays, because he plays that line too with black. Oh, we do have... Okay, so I think... Did Roman join from the chat? Well, he may have joined after the round started, so I don't know. Okay, this is a position I don't know. It looks like it's still prepped for... Well, for black.
Josh is playing very fast, so probably still prep.
There are a lot of things on move 4 after knight c6 that are very dangerous, including even f4, which is not the best move, but I think it's good enough for an advantage. But anyway, I think that it is a good way to play for a win, though, especially against a lower-rated player, which everybody's going to be compared to Josh in this tournament, except for maybe Isaac is close enough. Speaking of which, Isaac versus Sam.
So was it last tournament that Sam beat Isaac twice?
Did that happen?
Or was that an arena? What am I talking about?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I
Sam beat him
I was a
twice.
part of whatever this was. I don't think I was doing that.
Okay. So, let's see the opening. Sam's modern. They're probably both booked up on this. This looks scary for black, though. Oh, resigns. Just as
Justin
I say
says that was Sam's birthday arena. Okay, so Sam loses instantly, which is not the best result. I like how Isaac just no respect. Like he knows what Sam does. He just goes h4, h5, f4. He's like doesn't care.
GG. He just resigns.
Yeah, it is kind of premature. I don't really like the resignation there, especially from somebody like the first time I ever played Sam, which was a really long time ago. I lost an exchange and just resigned, and Sam was like, "What are you doing? Why are you resigning? You're just down an exchange." Well, here, I mean, I don't know. I guess his king is very unsafe, but after rook b8, you can kind of play. It's weird to see Sam resigning so early. But he has a lot of respect for Isaac. He's played Isaac more than anybody. He knows that,
Yep.
you know, Isaac's not going to choke this.
I mean, if it
So
were
what
against
happened
anybody
here?
else, I don't think Sam would have resigned yet, but...
Yeah, not against me even. So what happened here? We probably
Oh, we have Skylar versus Mark. Do you want to see that?
Yeah, let me go to that in a second. Maybe we needed not to take on d5.
So Mark hits him with
I
D6.
know, I'm just guessing. Okay, let's try and avoid saying too much about the current position, because...
We know Skylar.
Yeah, he's not telling the truth when he says he muted it.
Okay.
It's a very marked
even in
position,
material. Yeah.
Okay, d5. I don't know that Skylar needed to take on e6. Maybe knight d4 is the idea instead of taking on e6. Taking on e6 is very unambitious. It kind of tells me that maybe he's a little afraid of Mark, which is, you know, silly. Why would anybody be afraid of Mark?
Right. So what's the idea here for this bishop on c1? Do you want to play b3, bishop e2, or do you want bishop on b2?
Well, I have the thought that we could someday try and play e4, because if they take, then they got kind of a weak pawn, and then we could play bishop g5 and put the other rook on e1. That's a dream. I don't know if it's actually going to work. There are several possible problems with that, but it's sort of a thing you think about. Skylar instead is just going to put it on b2, which you can still play for e4 if you do that. So he can take b7 and play bishop b2, and then put the other rook on e1 and play e4. That could be an idea. I don't know. Okay. I think this game, the most likely result is a draw, but I kind of like Skylar's position better. Though,
I don't know if they're gonna draw.
I like Skylar's position better.
Remember, Mark has his own hashtag with no draws.
Yeah, well, he played Skylar and they drew in an actual game.
That's true, but this is blitz.
So if I were Skylar, I would be doing not what he's doing. I mean, maybe that's okay, but I'd probably be trying to play for e4.
Right, because then the e6 pawn is isolated.
Yeah. Okay. So Mark here put rook from c to e8. Okay, that works too because you're controlling the d8 square. See, I don't see how this plan really.
D8. So
it controls.
No checks.
Yeah. I don't see this as being the strongest plan here. I guess. I see what he's trying to do though. If rook takes, he wants to play rook d6, and then the knight can't move unless you want to allow rook d8, which you probably have to actually.
Is it that bad because the king just goes to f7, right?
I don't think that's the problem. The problem is where to put the knight, because you can't play knight b8 or knight d8. Knight a5, it's hard to get it back into the game. So for Mark, I would have preferred, first of all, if you can play knight takes instead, maybe do that. And just play, like, instead of playing rook takes e7, just playing knight takes and then playing king f7. That's one option. Another option is instead of playing rook c7, well, if I played rook from c to e8, the same problem is possible. But then maybe
kind of transposes, right?
Maybe I could play knight takes and then play. Maybe I could play knight takes and then rook d7, play knight c6. But then he has rook c8. It's kind of confusing.
Okay. Wait.
So yeah,
we have e4 on the board. So this knight on a5 is just not good. How to get it back into the game? All right, so it's going to d4. Rook d6
well,
immediately.
I don't know how he's going to achieve knight d4. I mean, the rook is going to stay on the d file. It's always going to lose a pawn. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Does he want? What is he going to do? Like, is he going to put the knight on b4 now?
What is Mark going to do? He's going to rook c7. Right?
Back to a5. Okay.
I don't know.
So Mark definitely doesn't know what he's doing.
This game is going to go for a while. Do you want to look at...
Let's look at another game.
What about Epiphany versus Nate? We really didn't look at much of either player's games in the
That's
first.
True.
Yeah.
So it looks like Epiphany is just
closed
winning.
Sicilian, which is it's like a good blitz opening because you can play a lot of moves quickly. Mm-hmm. Nate lost his whole king side. So, White took on f5 and Black decided that he couldn't take back because bishop f5 there's knight e7. And so instead...
Resigns.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a crush.
Okay. So, what's next? I think I want to go back to Daniel versus Josh.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Because Daniel is down to 10
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Skylar. Whoa, something big just happened in Skylar's game.
Let's
go back.
Whoa.
I don't
How
know
is Mark up a piece?
Now. Yeah, but this is still very tricky because Skylar has connected passed pawns in the center. So this is not over at all.
Wow. That tactic.
I might even prefer Skylar. Because... Well, no, because
Do you prefer Skylar, really?
It's very
Those pawns are so scary, though.
I know.
I can see this going either way.
Just e5. What are you going to do? I mean, seriously. I think Skylar may win the game here.
And there's no time to go for the h-pawn because these just roll.
No, you can't go for the h-pawn at all. I mean, the other thing, look, if you go knight f3, you are stopping king d7, so that's a positive. But because like White's threat really right now is king d7. So like h5, I don't know what that does. Just king d7. I don't even know.
I feel like Sky's gonna push first though. Although he does have time to calculate this. Yep, he pushed first.
I mean, he's probably winning with this too. I don't even.
So king e8, we have f6, right?
Yeah, I wanted to go king d7 because I really had no idea what they were going to do about just our e pawn just.
Yeah, I think king d7 is just way more accurate.
So here, I mean, yeah, you're allowing some kind of like fortress ideas if we can. But I mean, what's his plan after e7? What's his idea? He's just gonna give a bunch of checks and then he's gonna run out at some point.
Oh,
no,
knight c6. If
Yeah,
king
Skylar
d8.
had to play. Yep. Okay. So that means that Skylar had to. I mean, why did we not? Why did we not play king d7 first?
Uh-oh. Skylar made an oopsies. All right, now he's gonna repeat, right?
This may end in a very funny draw, actually.
And here I was saying there's no way these guys can draw.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
All right, that's 2 times repetition.
And there's no way.
I think it's gonna be a draw. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the last game. Josh beat Daniel.
So Skylar, I find it very hard to believe that on move 41, not move. When was it?
Draw by repetition.
On move 40, that king d7 wasn't winning. I might be missing something. Very possible.
King d7 looks right.
But I don't see what the problem is.
So Josh just played around with his knight. And
Josh won?
just made it work. Yeah.
Oh, look at that piece activity. Yeah, I'm looking at your thing.
So Daniel just wanted a piece here.
Oh, feels bad, man. But I mean, the rook is so active. I think he's gonna lose the game anyway.
I think so, yeah. Because the other rook was coming to b8 too.
I think that it's a fair result, this Skylar versus Mark game.
All right.
They both kind of did a lot of weird things there. But Skylar was very close to winning, for sure. Just had to play one accurate move, and he didn't do it. Let me actually check. Let's see.
Let me know what the eval was after king d7. So standings, we have all 3 masters with 2 out of 2. We have
after king d7,
Mark in 4th place with 1.5 out of 2.
No,
knight f3?
After king d7, black can still draw because of so knight f3, e6, king f6.
So
and now
king d7,
knight
f3.
e5, the same situation is going to happen. Because if you go king d8, there's knight c6 again.
Wait, can you repeat that after knight f3?
Yeah. So king d7, knight f3, and the point is that you're still going to go into this knight e5, knight c6 stuff. So e6, king f6.
Oh, I see.
e7, yeah, you get the same thing.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
All right, so Mark in 4th place with 1.5 out of 2.
I think Mark would have had to find that. I think he would have, because if you're in that position with black, you just look for whatever. You probably find a way to do it. You use all of your time, but you find it.
Then we have Daniel in 5th place with Epiphany, Sam, and Emmett. Also right. Ali.
Round 3 is on. Why don't we take a look at Ali? We haven't looked at his games at all.
Okay.
And against Epiphany. Also, we have Roman has joined the tournament.
Roman has joined. Nice.
Yeah, he's
what is his username?
Well, obviously,
cool dude.
We don't know, so it's got to be this cool dude guy.
2205.
Hopefully, he's got the stream muted. Anyway, let's take a look at Ali versus Epiphany, which is
Carol?
So I get the feeling that Epiphany is going to win pretty easily, and the reason I do is that you shouldn't play this line as white if you don't know. Like Queen B6, he thought for a minute 35. That's not good. You're gonna.
I don't think I've seen Bishop G5 there. I'm not saying it's not theory. I'm just
H4 H5 Bishop G5 is definitely a thing. Not only I think several people in the Discord have played it, but also I think Elijah gives that in his repertoire. It's a known H4 followed by Bishop G5. Yeah, I mean after H4 H5, the other main move for white is Bishop D3. They're the two main.
That's the one I'm used to, Bishop D3.
Actually, wait, maybe Elijah gives Bishop D3. But in any case, Bishop G5 is a main line. Yeah, I think it's more popular than Bishop D3. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for the follow, not ghosty.
And I would say that what's happening here is that white would have loved not to play B3 because it's kind of weakening. There are a lot of weird dark squares. Okay, black needs to get the king away so that there's no knight D6. So can we castle is the question. The problem is the H5 pawn is hanging.
Right.
Okay, I like that response. It's no knight D6.
Knight F5.
Guarding knight D6.
Does white ever want to go C4 here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that works in this position, but like
right
you gotta
now,
do something.
That's an idea.
Well, maybe you got to do something because from a long-term standpoint,
maybe he does go for it now.
I don't love the position long. Well, here's the thing: the h4 pawn is hanging maybe, but you have to consider like knight. So what black wants to do is a6, and then knight moves, and then knight takes h4. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't like knight c3. I think I would have preferred to try and play for c4 somehow. After a6, I think black is better.
It seems kind of loose with the two knights like this. There's a bishop on e2 protecting, but
d8.
still.
Am I missing something? Epiphany's better at blitz than me, so maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know.
She's hitting the h4 pawn. Probably wants to go a6 next.
Well, g3 maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if a6 was winning a pawn, but maybe the pawn isn't the most important thing, because I think from a long-term standpoint, white's worse, honestly. Like, it's the short term that white's playing for. Like, the pawn on h5 is weak, so black can't castle, because if they do, then bishop h5, maybe you can play for c4, even though we just played knight c3. Like, that is the short-term stuff. In the long term, I'd prefer black, because e5 is weak, you get played on the c-file, you know. So right. It's a question of can white, you know, use some initiative here. That's why I would have preferred to try and play a6 earlier, but anyway.
So I guess the king just goes to f8, maybe, if it's really in danger, if it has to. Because you wouldn't castle here because of the h-pawn.
That's possible. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think that look at. I mean, Ali already has a minute 54. That's not good. Queen a5 forces some kind of knight to b1 too.
Ooh, knight takes h4.
Okay, Epiphany is just going for it. She sees that he's low on time.
I like it.
I don't know if I do.
I don't care if it works. It's exciting.
Well, the reason that I don't know if I do is that I feel like things were going well for black, actually.
So it wasn't necessary?
Yeah, maybe. But it could still be good.
Mm-hmm.
H4.
Right.
So probably have to move the king then.
There's also b5s. Well, not now because you're playing on the king side.
I
but
mean,
before,
even if it's not necessary, I think
before knight takes h4, I thought maybe b5.
Yeah, I think that the flow of the play was kind of trending towards black to begin with. So I don't know if we needed to do that. With that said, I still predict an Epiphany victory because
I think so too.
The white king is not like eventually the white king is going to come under fire, and we don't have a problem with like our king so much anymore because white's pieces aren't active enough. So anyway, want to look at a different game?
F4, I expected. Yes, let's look at another game.
Why don't we look at Sam versus Daniel? It's very much an alliance match here.
Mm-hmm.
And very much a Sam opening. Although
resolve books.
Well, I don't know if E3 is, or sorry, not E3. I don't know if like it's weird to see an IQP structure with GF6. I don't know if that's as good for Sam as keeping the position closed somehow. Right. These are positions that I would hope Sam knows. I don't know if he does. So he'll tell me after the game if it's all book or not. But I don't have a problem with black's position in the opening. Let's see what it looks like now. No idea. Unclear to me. Knight a5.
I kind of like black here. So the two bishops and white has that pawn on d4.
Well, okay, it's kind of concrete now. We gotta move our queen. We gotta go queen a4 or queen a3 or queen b4 probably. Black does not. I mean.
Queen a4.
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem. I don't have a huge problem with black's position. I feel like at some point black. So one thing you could think about is black, especially like you could think about trading the light bishops, even though it gives away your two bishops and playing like f5 and targeting d4. The one thing you have to worry about, like this is a strategic idea. If you do that, you may allow d5 someday. So that's like a dream. So white always wants to achieve d5, and I'm actually wondering now if he can do it right here because of like he takes. Yeah, I was thinking if white didn't need to do that, maybe.
Right, what you were talking about.
Well,
d5 on the board.
Well, here b5 is kind of annoying, I think. Because we probably have to play queen c2 and then b4. No, we probably have to go queen a3. I don't know.
Queen a3, there's knight c4. The a6 pawn
exactly.
hand, so.
Exactly. So what I was thinking about was trying to play d5 right there. And then if they took on d5, then I could take back and have the idea of bishop g6 or maybe bishop g6 right away. I don't know.
Right. Ooh, Roman won. Who did he play against?
Yeah, I don't like taking and then going d5. Seems a little bit less accurate, maybe.
I'm not sure who he played against.
Roman won. I think he was playing against possibly Emmett.
Yeah,
He
who's
was
not
playing
playing?
against-
No,
playing
Emmett is
against somebody-
playing. I think he was playing Nate.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was playing with somebody with 0 points. That's what I knew. But maybe the
So Ali lost to Epiphany.
yeah.
Ooh, he got checkmated. Middle of the board too. Let's see how that happened. So after f4, queen check, h3. Ah, yes, he missed his
Take a look at
check.
the other games here. Well, we haven't really looked at. I mean, SS versus Postuma is kind of the marquee matchup here. We really didn't look at it.
Right. It was too good to be true. All right. So.
And they both tried to kind of move order each other in the opening. Very sort of tricky
That's what happens when you know the player pretty well.
Okay. Who do I like here and why? Let me figure out who I like here.
I think I like black.
Black definitely has some activity for sure.
Also, look at the time.
Oh,
time
I didn't even.
Discrepancy is pretty big.
Yeah, man, I don't hate the black position at all. Black is even up a pawn. And
Isaac versus Mark, they say. What's going on? Oh, we just have a resignation.
What, Mark resigned?
Yes.
Sounds great. Feels good.
Because there's a knight f2 trick. All right, let's go.
I don't actually think. I don't know if this is actually going to win the game though. It's like hard to press. I mean, how do you even achieve anything? The knight on d3 is very annoying. It prevents b4 from ever being a thing, even if you could move your bishop away. Like, it's very hard to actually win. I predict a draw somehow, but it's going to be tricky. But
like, he has 18 seconds, so that's the thing.
He has what?
He has 18 seconds.
Yeah, so he's thinking a while. He's trying to come up with some like forced line.
Some of the viewers want some unbiased commentary, please.
No, there's I mean, when you sign me up to be on your show, I'm not gonna not be who I am.
Ooh, takes on h7.
You know, I'm gonna
G6?
be the commentator that I was born to be.
So we saw Josh took on h7, and I thought you couldn't because of g6, but he goes 95.
Well,
I still don't get what his idea is.
Wait a minute. So the question is g5 takes and then bishop takes h7. Like this quick tactical idea. You see what I'm talking about?
Right.
Because then he's just calculating some things, but that might work. Both players probably there are some ideas like rook a7 he was afraid of, so he decided just to. I guess he figures that how.
Well, that bishop's not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
All right, so he gets out of the g5 threat. King f3, and now the king is just going to hunt that bishop.
Skylar says Papega. Does that mean he lost?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so
I can check the standings after this.
Is up a piece, and in very good position to win the game. Any tricks? I don't see it because black controls like all.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he took on h7. It seemed that g6 was kind of the thing there.
Okay, so maybe rook d3, right? Yeah.
Are there any more games left?
This is gonna take a while.
I think we should go to Sam versus. Oh, never mind. Sam won.
Sam won.
What just happened? So this looked like a time scramble.
Oh, it really was. Daniel had like very little time for a lot of these moves.
Okay. Oh, he blundered his queen.
Something crazy happened here.
Queen e4 check. Okay, let's go back to the only game. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What just happened?
Oh my god. Daniel. What was the position before then? Totally messy.
Okay, no, this is still fine.
I have no idea what's going on before. SS is going to win this very easily. This is just... He could blunder his bishop, he would still be winning.
Hey, Alula. How's it going? Okay. Skylar, what happened in your game? Did you lose?
Do we have any other games going? No. Isaac is in first right now. He's going to be joined by Self-Service, who did actually give his bishop. What the heck?
I mean, anything wins, right?
Yeah, I know, but I didn't think he was actually going to take me up on that. I mean,
Stream sniping monk
the
ass.
king is cut off.
No, Skylar won.
There's nothing. I mean, this is just a total win. There's nothing. I mean, this is just a total win. What?
Whoa! What?
Oh my god.
What? Wow, you don't even have to pre-move in this position. What? The throw! The throws! Oh my gosh. No! The throws. Oh my goodness.
I like how, now guess what? If he hadn't
F4 pre-move.
If he hadn't blundered his bishop in addition to the rook, he might still be winning. He gave both of them.
Oh, you hate to see it. The throws.
It's so dirty with an increment too.
Oh no.
Well, what a way for a new member.
Oh.
Make a splash here in this
Ouch.
IHOP Monday night tournament.
That's gotta hurt. I feel bad for Steven there. There's no I don't know why he pre-moved F4. He had like 20 seconds. He doesn't have to pre-move.
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
That was so dirty though.
And from Josh's standpoint, like, whatever. I mean, you're dead. You can't even. You can't.
The
you might
dirt.
As well
oh my goodness. The dirt. Wow. Rook H8.
That's crazy.
Nasty. Okay. Next round. Round 4.
Okay.
We have Isaac versus Josh. I think we have to stay on this game.
We do have to look at this game a decent amount here.
So, standings.
That's the throw of the year. That's unbelievable. I still can't.
That's crazy.
And that's such a. I mean, between good friends too. That's so. Like that. That's the sort of thing that we can just enter into, one of their streams and just, they'll. It'll be great memories for one, pain for the other.
Oh boy. That's very painful.
I'm very surprised that Isaac didn't play the two knights. He's very fond of the two knights Caro. He decided the decision to play something very slow like this is really surprising to me. But he does have a point, which is that I think that maybe Black could have benefited by playing in an approach that doesn't lead to so much clarification. Because like right now he's got this weird isolated pawn going on.
Right. He's trying to play against this pawn.
But I'm very surprised he didn't play, knight c3, knight f3.
Let's look at the standings. We have Josh in first place now with 3 out of 3 after that insane rook h8.
No, I mean, Justin, I say dirty in the sense that it's like I think I total respect for that. He's totally dead. Like he might as well try it. It's just incredible. Like it's not. I don't have any.
Yeah. So we also have Isaac in first place with 3 out of 3. Second place because of tie breaks. So now Steven is in third place after that painful loss. We have Epiphany and Sam at 2 out of 3. So they're tied for third. And
I really would love to look at Epiphany versus Skylar, but there's an obvious issue.
This game is it's too important for the standings, I think.
That's true. Well, okay, you can stay on that game. I'm going to look at the other ones and just tell you if there's anyone you have to go to.
Yeah.
What about that? That'll be my job.
And then we have Mark and Skylar tied for 6th and 7th place. That's 1.5 out of 3.
SS versus Sam is very dry position. I don't think anything's happening right now.
We have Daniel, Roman,
Daniel versus Mark,
Emmett, and Ali at 1 out of 3. And we have Nate with 0 out of 3. I think he's played very strong players though. So Richard and Victor withdrew after they lost.
Am I allowed to be like mildly frustrated at Daniel for the way that he's handled Mark's opening? Like I feel like Mark has kind of gotten what he wants somehow, but maybe it's still good.
Right? Okay.
Maybe it's still good.
Let's take a look at that game actually. Let me see.
Maybe it's still good.
So we have Mark's trademark b6.
He exchanged off his dude.
Okay. This looks like
Problem is you can't ever castle as white. You don't have a light square bishop. So like I look at the statics of the position, they kind of favor black. But it
kind of looks like a French, right? But you don't have the bad bishop anymore.
It's another one of these positions where the dynamics of the position favor white, the statics of the position favor black. You got a bad bishop, black has space on the queen side. You're not gonna but you want to create some kind of attack in the short term. That's why you keep the queens on the board.
Right. Okay. What other games are interesting here?
I haven't.
Steven versus Sam seems interesting. Oh, we have Emmett versus Nate. You remember
Yeah,
that game?
that's a real IHOP matchup. We can take a look.
I think we should look at that.
That's a very like actual IHOP matchup.
Okay.
Not these other fake dudes. Never been to IHOP.
Yeah, it was Sicilian. Sveshnikov. They're going.
I have
for the
no
book
idea.
here.
I don't know anything about these positions. I'll tell you.
I'm at a book after. I don't know if Bishop G5 is a thing. Probably is, but after Black plays F5, I never know what to do here. I've tried F3. I've tried Bishop G3. I'm not sure which one's the one.
Let me take a look. I don't know. You have to ask somebody who knows the theory there. Okay, current position.
Oh, F3 was played. Okay.
Obviously, the mistake that's going to decide the game is yet to be made. There's still like a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
I think.
I'm not sure who I like here. Probably white. Just because now we have this light square bishop.
Yeah, so the thing is that once we take on f5, like, okay, maybe I would have actually liked to play ef5, but whatever, we get the structure. Maybe our idea is, like, we're going to go bishop e4, and then we're going to pressure e5, and we're going to set up a situation where we, like, take c6, take e5, or something like that.
Okay.
It's kind of what we want to do. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Black will get... Okay,
I thought you should have taken on c3.
I was thinking about that, yeah, I don't know.
Because then that could be a weakness later.
Yeah, I got you, Roman. There are a bunch of other people who are even, like, you know, much more connected to our group. I've never. Like,
I do think we should check out Roman's game eventually.
Yeah, we only take a look at Roman's game.
He's playing Ali. He's playing Ali.
But the thing is, his comment indicates he's watching the stream. So hopefully, he you know, mutes it or whatever.
Yes.
Take a look and see what's going on. Playing a very seasoned IHOP veteran in Ali.
Wow. You have King D7.
Ali is a well-developed king.
And
we're way into
down a pawn, and now down a piece. Okay.
Bishop, wait.
So this is
okay. We're
clear blunder by Ali, not realizing his knight is pinned.
This is a total blunder too, right? This move rook e8. Yeah.
And there goes the knight.
Knight takes f5.
Is he gonna resign? Okay, he's not gonna resign.
Okay.
I don't think we should look at this game anymore.
Nah,
I want to look at Nate versus Emmett. Okay, so he took on c3 finally, and now we have f6. The clear threat of h7, so g6 is played.
Epiphany versus Skylar is interesting. Skylar has winning chances.
I feel like white is winning here. Somehow. The queen is getting in. Something like this.
In Epiphany versus Skylar, Skylar has 2 knights for a rook and a pawn.
Let's look at that game.
Skylar definitely... I would prefer his position.
We have a lot of Caro players in the IHOP Chess Club.
Yeah. I am sometimes one of them when I don't play French.
Right.
I always like to play d5 on move 2.
2 knights versus rook.
Generally the strat. We set up d5.
Just from the time control point of view, I think you would prefer the 2 knights, right?
Oh, you prefer the 2 knights in actual chess too, I think. They're just, I mean, you have more pieces than they do.
Right.
It's just, it's a material advantage. I mean, I think really in chess, like, according to the math, 2 knights plus a pawn is, or sorry, 2 knights is equal to a rook plus a pawn, but I really feel like, I feel like usually it's more often the case that you need 2 pawns for the compensation for that. With that said,
Epiphany's pawns do control a lot of the knight squares, though.
Yeah, I mean, I
so
think
now this pawn is hit, though.
Do I still think the most likely result is a draw? Maybe I still think that.
Knight h5 is a good move. Because you can't go g4, because there's always a knight jump to f4.
You take once, you play knight hf4, you're going to win material.
And then this pawn on g2 falls.
Yeah, Skylar, I take back what I thought.
Knight h5 is a very good move.
Look, man, 2 knights, you take them over.
So, I think we have to ditch that g3 pawn, right? And just go for some counterplay, on the queen side?
Exactly what Nick said. Black should win, but it's Skylar.
Right.
So
it is Skylar, so
if
anything can happen.
If we come back to this game and there's still a rook on the board, but there are no knights on the board, don't don't say I didn't warn you.
Yes.
All right. What about a game we haven't looked at really? SS versus Sam.
Yep. Let's look at that game.
Oh, but Sam is like dead. Maybe. Live. It's a little tricky.
Quick opening scan.
Now.
So this is a similar position to what he got against Richard, right?
Yeah. It's a better version for white though, because this dark bishop is active. In that game, it wasn't active, and then it got captured. And then there was fe3. However, after like move 21, I think Sam is better again.
Sam did win the exchange.
Oh, am I just being sped? Did I misidentify which side was? I thought that Sam was playing. Sorry, I thought that Sam was white for some reason.
Sam is black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I'm getting trolled by chess.com. But
yeah,
no, I don't think so.
I'm not even. When I was looking at the game at the beginning, I forgot which color.
So we're gonna see an upset here, maybe, if Sam doesn't choke.
Might,
he does have a minute.
But this is scary still.
There is an a pawn running through the board.
Or we can have mutual queening. It's not impossible, right? Like, so the problem is a7 rook a1 doesn't work. But maybe if you play bishop takes c6, and then rook. So if you play bishop takes a6, you're threatening a7. So rook a1 or something.
Ooh, this isn't so simple actually. These two pawns are kind of scary, and then the e pawn is very weak. Potentially fall next move.
See. The thing is, when I click on one of Sam's games, I always think that I'm going to be looking at it from his perspective.
Right.
So I forget that I'm looking at this tournament and I'm friends with SS as well. So
do you think he'll go
the white perspective?
Bishop e7, just protect that pawn. What does Black do after that?
Black plays h2 and maybe wins. I mean, what?
Okay.
How do we...
Here. I feel like... I guess those two pawns don't really do anything.
Can we set up a situation where the H pawn is exchanged for the A pawn? And then we take on E3, and then as white, we're like, okay, we have two pawns and we're pressing. Because we can hold bishop versus rook even if we blunder those pawns. We're not going to. So, like, it's probably just a draw. But can we set that up? Can we get rid of these periphery pawns?
H2 is coming very fast, so that's annoying for white, I guess. So he takes on E3. H2, I mean, I'm expecting.
That was part of the plan at some point anyway, but now it does allow rook takes a. Sorry, I'm like so backward. Rook takes a6 is not.
Huh.
So if rook takes a6, bishop h1, rook a1 is probably just winning because you have to move the bishop again. You play h2, that just wins.
Okay.
So maybe we can play rook takes a6. This could be a big.
So he takes on a6. I have no idea what's going on here.
I think
bishop e7.
Maybe rook. That's cute. I was thinking about rook a2, but that may also be good. I mean.
Okay, doesn't h2 just win then?
Bishop h1, then rook a1. Well, maybe everything wins. I mean, maybe Black's just been winning. Maybe it was just kind of tricky.
I mean, those connected pawns look kind of scary with the a pawn right next to him, but I guess it was just winning.
So I think maybe there was some trick. After move 46, rook a1, we were looking at bishop b7 for white.
Right.
Maybe the problem. I wish I could make moves. Maybe the problem it was that there was like some kind of, I don't know, like rook a2 and then if takes, maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to think, like I'm just trying to wonder why he didn't play bishop b7.
Okay, so it looks like Sam just wins this game, and apparently Mark beat Daniel. So that's a big result, and we have Isaac beating Josh as well.
I told you that I didn't think that the opening went that well for Daniel.
And I just got a notification that Daniel went offline.
You should have been paying more
Oops.
attention to my prep sesh when I refuted like all of Mark's openings before
So
our
we
match.
Okay, check him again. No, check him again, Nico King here.
And then the next round, we're gonna be forced to watch Mark's game because he's gonna be on board 1 or 2.
Okay, Sam is struggling a little bit here, trying to stop those pawns.
I don't think he's struggling at all. I think that this is pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa! This position has been reached before. Okay.
What?
So
No. Why not Rook B1 followed by King C6?
That's what I was saying. He just okay. If he goes King back, that might be a draw. I'm not sure if
No,
that's a
Sam
third
should
time
pre-move Rook
repetition.
B1 then. He should pre-move Rook B1 because.
Oh my goodness.
Because then, if it repeats, then. Oh my
It's
God.
a draw! Oh
They
my!
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Dude, the throws.
Sam, I don't understand why we didn't play Rook B1
King
followed
C6.
by King C6.
Oh, you hate to see it. Oof, the master swindle. Okay, I think Steven probably deserves that after getting.
This was a horrible round for the Alliance.
Rook
What the
H8
hell?
out. See, I told you, I saw that position twice already. Ouch.
That's incredible. Well, yeah, the end
Lions
stays 0
taking
because they
hits.
recognize that it's just
Oop, let me fix this. Name's cut off.
But
already.
if Rook B1, King C4, King C6, there's nothing. I mean, you're threatening Rook C1 check. You're gonna win their C pawn. If they go D7, you take it. Then you play King C7. Then you win their C pawn. It's just, man. I need to get these people.
I mean, it's just over, right? Rook B1, King C6. It doesn't matter where the king goes. You just collect one of the 2 pawns. Okay.
I need to. I really need to help these people out. My alliance is totally letting me down. This is getting ridiculous.
All right, let's look at the standings.
My God.
So
Mark
Isaac beat Josh, so now he's in first place, 4 out of 4. Josh in second place with 3 out of 4, and then we have
is
a couple
Isaac gonna
people
play
tied at 2.5. We have Mark,
Who did Mark lose to?
Steven, Epiphany, and Sam tied for.
Who did Mark
4th
lose to?
place.
Did he already play Isaac?
Mark lost to Josh, I believe, and Daniel just like went offline after he lost to Mark, so
I would too.
he's kind of tilted. I would say.
That would be my response as well.
We now have Steven versus Isaac, which is also interesting.
Who's playing Mark?
We have some book here.
Sam
Mark
is playing Mark.
is
How does
playing
this happen?
versus Sam.
How
Okay,
does he
that's
avoid-
another
how
game
does
to
he avoid
follow.
Postuma and Isaac, or he already played Postuma. How does he avoid SS and I mean what? Oh man. I mean this
They
is
got
just
the tricks. So
another B6.
another
and Sam
B6, of
doesn't-
course.
Sam has sacrificed a
Wow,
pawn.
if Mark takes down Sam as well, that's gonna be really bad for you guys and reputation wise.
I don't know why my people don't have everything prepped against B6. They know he's always going to play it for the moment. It's just bad.
This looks good for white though, I think, right?
Well, he's down a pawn, so I mean maybe, but there's got to be.
I feel like he's gonna get it back.
There's got to be some good way for black to give back the pawn and be fine. I don't think that this is dangerous. There has to be something. Like, does knight e4? I mean, if you take and then take back the bishop or something, then just bishop e7 and castles, you have 2 bishops. I mean, any number of things. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not, because then bishop e6 intermediate.
So how does he?
God, I need to get these people.
We have some tilted commentator.
Yeah, I am tilted. These.
Okay, let's look at another
I
game.
don't know why my guys aren't working as hard as I am in refuting Mark's openings.
Did
Because
Nate
it's not
also
that hard to
withdraw?
do. You know, if you play the sort of stuff that Mark does, then you know if people know that you're going to do it, then they should just crush you every game. It's kind of your job. You know, you got to be on top of it.
Where's Nate game? Where's Nate's game?
But then the throw by Sam in the other game is also just we can't have that. There is no way that we should be drawing a position where we're up a rook and we're blockading their pawns.
Nate got the buy. That's why he's not playing.
All right. What about?
Let's look
Skylar's-
at.
Okay,
I kind of want to look at Roman's game real quick, just because
Okay.
we haven't followed his game that much.
Well, another game between two players who know each other pretty well is Postuma versus Epiphany, and they played down a theoretical line, a theoretical pawn sack.
Okay, let me just check this game out.
Yeah.
Pretty even so far. I like
I'm a tilted
Roman's position
commentator.
here though. All right. Let's see. Epiphany versus.
So as you can see, in the opening, Black played a gambit. It was pretty theoretical. I think I've even seen it referred to as like a Kasparov gambit. You you get some development. You play Bishop C5. The idea is maybe later if they go E3, then you can play E4 yourself as Black, and then kind of put a piece on E5. So White adopted a different approach to prevent that with G3 and Bishop G2, trying to stop Black from playing E4.
Yeah, that's never happening. Okay.
So then after Bishop E7, White realized that their pawn on D5 was like going to come under some fire, so they play E4 themselves. Then B5 is hanging, so Black defended it, Queen B6, and Bishop A6 and B4 was played. And what's going on? I think I would imagine
two
that
pieces for
White is just winning.
Rook, right?
Because if Queen takes D7, Knight B6, there's even more tactical stuff happening.
That's too much material.
Yeah, so she tries an intermediate capture on E3. I don't know what that does.
Just trades more pieces, right? And now we're just down to a whole piece.
She's trying to. I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to take on E3, but that doesn't work. You're down pieces. It's just game over. So
Resigns.
Epiphany's opening. I feel like Epiphany's opening worked fine. It wasn't that. It was that she just miscalculated some things. Probably 13 B4 just loses.
Yeah, because you're just losing your C5 bishop, and there's nothing you can do about it there. Kind of have to go for rook takes F1. I'm sorry, bishop takes F1.
Justin, I'm not blaming Mark at all. I'm saying Mark is going to do his thing. I'm blaming my people for not. They know what's coming. they know what's coming. They're just not, refuting his stuff. Now, hopefully, I'll go back to this game and find out.
So I'm going back to Isaac versus self-service.
Okay, but Sam has a great position though right now, so maybe we're gonna get a victory here. Sam is still up a pawn, and all of his pieces are aligned on the E file.
Okay, I'm looking at board 1 right now. Do you want to go to board? What board are you on?
Well, I'm looking at Sam's game.
Sam versus Mark. Okay.
Because I think Sam has a great position here.
Wow. Okay, so what happened after bishop F5? We have H.
Rook F7 doesn't solve the problem at all, by the way, Mark.
So what's the point of H6 after bishop F5?
It was Mark's turn. He had to play a move.
Okay, got it.
That's the only thing I can.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that move. He looks lost now. Yep.
All right, we're getting some revenge. And Queen
That's
D2 does.
GG.
Queen D2 didn't even
Resigns.
threaten anything because Mark's the rooks are defending each other. So I don't after Knight C6. I don't really know what he's going for there. But anyway.
Okay, so I'm going back to board 1, just because that game.
Yeah, let's go to board 1.
Important to the standings.
Isaac is up a pawn. It's very messy. He didn't take back on F6 because Knight takes C5, and then there would have been another 2 pieces versus rook imbalance. I feel like that's definitely been kind of one of the themes of the tournament here. Are we scared for Isaac, or do we think he can deal with it? Because he is up a pawn. But there's queen. So queen takes A4 is probably not really a threat because the rook is hanging.
But now knight B2. Now it is. Now what do we do? What do we do? Do we move the rook?
Maybe now it is queen takes A4. Anyway, I have no idea what's going on. Very, very sharp position.
Okay. He goes bishop E4, putting more pressure.
I don't believe this.
But
I don't believe this at all.
Where's the breakthrough?
No, I don't believe this. I feel like Isaac is going to survive this, in my opinion. So, first of all, G6, you probably don't have to be afraid of any sacks because there's Queen G7. It's going to take way too long to use a pawn to help in the attack. I'm skeptical of this, man. I don't think that this is working. I think we sack too much stuff.
Does he maybe want to go? Does he have time for H4, H5?
Well, first of all, I don't know, But secondly, like, because after h4, maybe black's just going to play like queen e7 or something. I don't know. But also, even if you get, like, say you get h4, h5, you're probably going to, what, try and take on g6 a bunch of times? Is that the idea? Because if you go h4, h5, h6...
Right, it doesn't really even do that
You
much.
can't get your queen to f6. So you're probably going to have to take on g6. By that time, black is going to be able to defend himself a little bit better. That's a nice move, I think. I mean, I really don't know. I'm horrible at chess, but that seems like a good move because it's a useful defending move in intermediate form.
Wait, h6 here?
No, what black just played, queen e7. I'm looking at the actual game. Oh, h6. Oh, you're wondering about that?
Queen h4, right? And then if g5, you just take on h6.
Yeah,
So
h6, queen h4, g5, you play queen h6, and black is actually lost there. We don't want to do that.
Yep.
Good thing you're not playing.
No, I saw it. I showed it. He wants knight b6.
Skylar's winning the rematch with Ali.
We can look at that game.
Okay, wait, hold on. We have some results, by the way. So Sam won, obviously.
Yes.
Daniel's out.
He withdrew, yes. Somebody just finished.
Wait, Epiphany lost. We saw that.
That's it, I think.
Something just happened. No, what happened in... Nate's game just finished, and I don't know what happened.
No, he had a bye.
Oh, never mind. So somebody else, they're 5? Oh, we saw Mark's game. Okay, I'm caught up here, I think.
This is kind of scary for white now because his pieces are... They don't have that many squares. They can't move the rook because of the queen.
Well, white's
hanging
down multiple pawns.
Maybe you can do this, though.
To begin with. So it's just... You're just creating cheapos now if you're white. That's an example of one of them. Maybe he's trying to tease some kind of g6 sack if black takes. But it doesn't even make a threat, so you don't even have to take that, I don't think. Knight d7 might win here. I wonder if knight d7 was good. I'd probably am missing something, though.
Yeah, it seemed too obvious of a fork.
Well, no, the thing is that the rook was hanging, but you didn't want to take it because like bishop g6 or something. But I don't even think that was working.
Okay, so he takes this.
We're just playing for tricks here. Resigns, yeah.
Okay. I
think that Isaac had that game very well under control for as long as I saw it. I never really thought that there was compensation for the material.
So Skylar beats Ali in the rematch. Kind of redeeming himself.
We have one game left. Roman?
Yes, Roman versus Emmett.
Roman looks like he's probably going to win because there are
There's
too
a
many
lot
weak
of pawns. A lot of pawns.
Too many weak pawns in the black camp. So he's going to go win one of them. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game, I think, because he can just go take the a pawn. So
he's going to take it with his king too, so he never gets the f pawn.
I don't know.
Ouch.
This game's over.
Yes.
So Roman has won all of his games, I think, but that's just because he late joined. He's been getting pairings against people who had no points, 1 point, you know. He's going to get a tougher pairing in the last round.
Isaac, 5 out of 5, with a FIDE master and another national master in the field.
Isaac versus Roman. Wow. So Roman gets a huge bump up in the difficulty of his pairings. He had been getting people near the bottom of the standings because he late joined.
That's going to be an interesting game, too.
Now he gets.
What do we want to look at, though?
Okay, well, board 2 is interesting.
Ali versus Emmett is also interesting.
Sam is playing pretty well, but he's playing against Postuma, who is obviously the highest rated player in the tournament. So that's a game to look at. We have a Trumpowski. And I don't remember the theory here at all, but maybe Sam does.
Same. I mean, I'm used to just knight e4 after bishop g5. That's all I know. I wish it was a bookworm, but I don't know any of these
Mark
lines.
gets a 1 point buy. He says, "This is insanity. I'm number 5. How? WTF?" He's not happy.
He's not happy with the buy?
Yeah.
So he just wants to play for the point. That's cool. Okay.
The reason that there's an odd number is that Daniel left after you beat him, so Mark shouldn't be complaining.
So what do we do about this b7 bishop? Do we try to...
Victor also left after 1 game.
And Richard. So... Richard lost and left.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, what the hell happened to Richard? To be fair, Richard did not play well that game. He may just not be feeling too confident about his chess. That was just a bad game.
So we have knight c3, b4, and knight back to b1. So I think he wants to reroute to d2 and then c4 maybe?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not so sure what you do about the b7 bishop. There's this strong pawn chain. How do you just eventually move it to a6, or do you try to break the pawn chain with e6
I would
eventually?
feel like I would feel very. I would tell you like 100% that the idea would be e6 if black hadn't already played g6 bishop
right,
g7.
Because that's
now it's a little trickier. I kind of like white, like strategically.
d6.
Ooh, I don't know if we have to do that. That's kind of weird, but maybe it's good. He's trying to go e5.
It's a lot of space.
So if e6, yeah. So maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe just tactically this is working very well. So is there some like intermediate move? Is there h6 or something? Is there like no? But h6 you can probably take on e7.
You can always take on e7 and then you have that check. That's annoying.
Yeah.
So.
Holy crap. Okay. So you have to do something like that, but then takes an e5. Takes followed by e5 doesn't make a threat because the pawn is pinned. But this still looks good for Sam, I think.
How do you develop your king side? That's my question. Where do you put your knight and bishop?
My first instinct is like, but I don't know if it works too well. I was going to say, you want to get the knight to like f4 and d5. There are multiple ways to do that.
Okay, so probably knight h3 then?
I think as Sam, you actually don't take on e7. I think you just keep that thing...
I would keep the tension, yes.
Yeah. So knight h3 is a candidate move for sure. I like the position for Sam.
Where do you put your bishop on f1, though?
I think this is nice.
Would you put it just on e2? And then try to castle with knight h3?
Well, I like the fact that my queen guards d6, so maybe, yeah. Maybe I play bishop e2, I play knight h3, I play, castle. The thing about knight f4 is that you have to be concerned about what happens when they go h6 there. So that's the
Right, because then there's a fork after your bishop goes to h4.
Yeah, and you're not really happy about taking on f6 very often, so it's tricky. Why is Sam posting in the Discord? He is he's playing.
Is he excited about his position? Okay, let's look at another game.
Yeah. This is last round already.
Let's look at Isaac versus Roman real quick. See what's going on there. We have Sicilian.
This is board 1, but Isaac only needs a draw.
Oh, he needs to draw, but there's no way Isaac goes for a draw here. Well,
yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, he could mess up a lot and still, get first place. And that's also, I mean, that's also dependent upon Postuma winning, which is it's in question because I think it's
based on his position. I think it can happen, but like. You would think that he would win, so Isaac has to draw.
Yeah, so... But, I mean, I like what Isaac's doing, I think. It feels like black doesn't have a good way of defending e6, but you also don't want to push or anything.
So knight c5.
That seems so sketchy, like... So takes, pawn takes, and then can we, like, enter somehow? Something seems wrong with that. Like, what about so here's something I was thinking about. Is what would happen if we had tried to take and play for like knight g5, Brian? Because
take on e6.
Well, take on e6 and then play like knight g5.
Whoa.
Somehow. Okay, so he fell for some trick. He tried to take on b3 when he didn't think.
Oh.
He thought he was making a check.
He thought it was check.
Isaac moved his king.
King b1. No. Okay, Isaac wins the tournament though. Congratulations, Isaac.
So Roman says it was a mouse slip, so he was like hovering knight b3. Isaac moved his king. He did it anyway.
Okay, that's unfortunate. What's up, Ray?
I think your position was not very good anyway, though, to be honest. Feels kind of tough. But I think apart from this game, and even like, I mean, a lot more stuff could have happened. You did pretty well in the games you played this tournament.
Okay, I'm going back to Sam versus Josh.
Yeah, Rick.
So... We had bishop d3 and knight e2. Josh takes on d6. Knight takes. I don't know how I feel about taking on b7. Do you have to take after queen c7?
What about like bishop f4? I mean, what about maybe bishop f4 knight h5? That's probably what I was thinking about.
What about bishop c4? Is that bad because of knight a5?
That's an idea. I don't know if it's bad. Well, no. Wait, hold on. So, Maybe bishop c4, knight a5.
Okay.
Nah, that's...
It seems too artificial.
Oh
Probably.
man, if we have to play b3, then maybe I don't like our position that much anymore. I mean, we do have 2 bishops, but this is...
Okay, so we take this.
Things are going wrong here for Sam. Something went wrong.
I don't think taking the bishop
Around
was that
the
good.
transition to the middle game, we
But
did
I don't
something
know.
wrong here.
Now it just seems like black's pieces are coming into the position very fast.
Something has gone wrong for sure. Because I like...
Now he's just losing a pawn, right?
Oh, I'm not up to
E4?
date.
E4 is hanging.
Well, can you take on f6 is the question. But even if you do, that's not good. And also, I'm not sure you can. There could be some intermediate move.
That's what I'm looking for. Doesn't seem like there's any intermediate though. So he takes with the queen, and now this is the tempo.
I don't get it. I think black's gonna win. I think Sam made a lot of mistakes, but I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
not
unfortunate.
100% sure what they are though.
I do want to see
felt
Ali
so
versus Emmett. Ali beat Emmett. I'm wondering what happened that game. So we have a
Here's a
scotch.
thought. Maybe instead of just like we didn't even have to take back on d6. Maybe we could have played knight f4, knight d5 right then. Anyway, okay, Ali versus Emmett. What?
Yeah, so the game is over. Ali won.
All right. What about Epiphany versus SS? What a last round
Let's just
matchup.
see what
huh?
happened in this game. Oof, we missed that fork. Okay. Bishop b4, not the way. What did you say? Ali versus...
Epiphany versus SS. Last round
Ooh.
matchup. Quite a matchup. Look at this knight f5.
And they prep together, most
Well,
likely.
look at this
so.
knight f5.
Whoa!
Well,
Knight
Epiphany
f5.
doesn't play with white. She's not playing a very theoretical opening. No, she's just playing a closed Sicilian. She's just chilling out. But look at this knight f5 by Epiphany on move 20. Very
What's the
cute.
idea?
Well, if pawn takes, there's queen d5. So, it's or bishop d5. I mean,
Bishop
sorry,
d5,
it's
yeah.
the wrong place. But yeah. It's very cool
So
idea.
that was cute. Okay. So now the knight is hanging. So you gotta move the knight. Where do we put it?
Where are we? Oh, knight is hanging. Can we take? Why can't we take d4?
Looks like we can, right?
Bishop c5.
But bishop
That's
c5.
what they were calculating. Yeah. That could be very scary.
Bishop c5,
like,
bishop e3.
yeah, is there some kind of like e5 d4 or something? Is what I'm thinking about. But maybe
e5. Probably knight just goes back, right? And then you just won the pawn.
the other thing is maybe like I don't know. So Epiphany's trying to figure this out.
Whoa! Rook f1.
Okay.
Ooh,
There are a lot of moves.
juicy.
There are a lot of moves in this game where you have to spend time figuring out their idea.
Okay, so Steven doesn't believe it takes the knight.
She wants to take on d4 and then take d5, but I don't think that works because bishop b7. But then also takes on d4. There's bishop c5 too.
She just took on f5 though.
Yeah, I think so. I think she wanted to take on d4 and then she forgot that bishop c5 is the problem. Maybe that's what happened.
Okay, so now she's down a piece.
That's a guess. I don't know. It's hard to figure these things out. It doesn't look like Epiphany
It doesn't look good anymore.
is going to be able to have any chances to hold this. She's
Okay,
down because of
so-
nothing. Back to board one.
I think so. Let's go back to Sam versus...
Sam has some attacking
Josh.
chances. Maybe it's not really. It's kind of not really. I don't know.
So we left it after queen d3, so he took with the knight, and he took the bishop. Yeah, this is looking like a squeeze. There's no way you attack, right? You can't
No,
really.
I don't believe
there's
this.
Nothing.
I don't believe any of this. You can't even You can't even probably move your knight because bishop takes g3 might be a thing, or maybe queen takes
Skylar
e4 first,
just
and
won
bishop takes.
against Nate. Let's look at that game. So what happened here? Caro.
Ooh,
Skylar played the
Sam.
d6.
I mean, he was losing anyway, but he was definitely losing now, 100%. He can't even take back. I don't think.
Oh, he hung this. Okay, but there it goes 0.
Rook takes e1. Well, no, never mind. What am I talking about? Maybe this is still tricky.
No, because the queen's hanging.
Yeah.
Check.
E2 check.
Wait a second. Okay.
Yeah, Josh is gonna.
Okay, then the rook just comes in,
If
right?
queen takes, he was gonna take all the pawns. Now
Rook
do we
here.
go rook e2 or rook e3? We go rook e3.
He goes rook e3.
Take.
Okay.
GG.
Okay. That's over.
Felt like Sam.
We can look at
had some chances.
Skylar's game versus Nate.
Tournament is over. All the games finished.
So congrats to Isaac.
Isaac gets clear first.
6 out of 6. That's kind of impressive.
But the moment of the tournament, though, by our new guy Fostuma, getting that rook.
Josh,
that
5 out of 6.
Tricky rook against
Should have been 4 out of
SS.
6. But that dirty trick at the end versus self-service.
Yeah, there's nothing that can top that.
And then congrats to Skylar for 3rd place, 4 out of 6. Very nice.
Had a lot of crazy games. Mark versus Skylar was a crazy game. Yeah.
Oh, he just...
Daniel versus Sam was
He
a
just
crazy
blundered
game that
B5.
ended with a queen hang, unfortunately.
So Skylar went for 2 rooks versus queen here. But then he got the knight, so then it's just winning.
Detailed results. Isaac in first, 6 out of 6. Josh in second, 5 out of 6. Skylar third, 4 out of 6. Self-service, 3.5 out of 6. What happened? Did he
Mark,
actually...
Sam, and Steven both at 3.5. Very nice.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Okay, self-service. The problem is self-service had a run of going 0.5 out of 3 because he played Josh, he played Sam, which he almost lost, should have, and then he played Isaac. So that's a brutal, tough stretch right there.
Let's look at...
Is there any random prize in this? Mark got 3.5. Roman late joined and got 3 out of 6, and he did pretty well because he only played 4 games. Epiphany 2.5. That's the biggest upset I feel like as far as people who had really bad results. Epiphany and then Daniel, both.
I'm looking at Daniel versus Mark's game. I didn't get to look at it.
Epiphany and Daniel both had minus scores, despite being 2 of the higher rated players.
Yeah, this looked pretty good for Black at this point.
Yeah, I mean, what? We need to refute this stuff.
Ooh,
I'm gonna give
G5.
Daniel a
Wow.
talking to after this.
Maybe not now. He needs to cool off probably. He's probably upset.
Man,
So
We
have
cannot
Mark just
have-
taking the pawns.
we can't have
Has
this.
the H file. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that queen just got chased, but Mark is up all the pawns right now.
I honestly thought now Mark, Brian can attest to this.
Thanks for the
pretty
raid,
early in
Ollie.
the game that I was not happy with the way that Daniel's position was going.
Yeah, because it just looked like a French, but you don't have the bad bishop. You have more
Yeah,
space.
I
It
thought
looked very
that
nice for Mark.
you kind of won the long-term opening battle
F5.
relatively quickly.
Oof.
Yeah,
And the last blunder by... Not that it mattered, but Daniel just hung the
Something
rook
funny
at
is
the end.
that when Daniel played bishop g5 and you had to move your queen, you just moved it to the spot you want to go anyway because you're trying to play for bishop a6. So what he did definitely didn't work very well.
Queen g3 is bad.
Well, that's very early.
Going
But that's
back.
about when I was when we first looked at the position, I think.
Yeah, where do you even put the queen if you don't go to g3? Do you have to exchange?
Maybe you go king e2. I mean, I have no idea. No, you can't go king 2 because then maybe they move the queen back. I don't know. What do you do? Queen. I mean,
That would be a finesse. That would be funny. King e2, then you just move the queen. You can't castle. Oh, get back.
well, maybe you still, but it might not be that bad of a move though, because like
Right,
you still can go like f4, knight gf3, and then just kind of like play. You know, maybe you can still do it.
But that's probably what you were not planning on doing.
Queen,
going
yeah,
queen
but Mark, if he has to take on a6, I think that strategically your position is fine. So he messed up before that, is what you're saying, which is
The queen is very
likely.
active there. It's just forcing the rooks to go back.
Man, I gotta
This is
get
a
that.
very nice game by Mark.
I
like
gotta
this game.
give my people a real pep talk here, because this is not acceptable. Now, Mark, I appreciate you punishing the laziness of my alliance. We have to get them doing their work, and you are punishing them for not doing it. So that I appreciate. So that they're at least happy about that. So then when chess actually comes back and it matters, they'll be all that much better.
Yeah, Isaac, we saw your game versus Mark. We saw what was it? Rook takes d1 check, and then there's a fork on f2. I can go over it again.
What are we gonna do now? The tournament's over. There's no random prize to be given out, is there?
I'm not sure. I don't think there is. But Justin can confirm that.
Well, I don't know, Ali. You tell us.
So Isaac was just pushing his
didn't
h
David
pawn
play
all the
this?
way. I don't know. David was not too active today.
I really like the commentator life, though. It's fun not to.
Not to
Yeah.
be pressured. Yeah.
I would do it. Well, if we ever
Oh.
had another alliance match or something like that, I would do it 100%. But I like commentating, and also I feel like you're not gonna play in these very often. You like to just post the commentary too. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not
we
very
could
good
do
at
this-
chess like me, you just commentate.
Well, I'm not very good at chess, but what
C5.
can you do? But we
C5 and
could
then you're
we
just
could do
winning
this
here.
again sometime. So.
C5. And
But Ali, that's. We'll have to hear from you.
next week, Monday. I mean, I'm down for another stream next Monday if you want.
Yeah, I think I should be able to do the same thing, maybe.
This
You're
was fun.
Commentator.
We had some good moments with insane, dirty tricks,
There are two moments
chokes,
stand out.
throws.
Two moments stand out. They both involve self-service. The first one is when, of course, he
Yes,
lost
they both involve him.
this rook endgame where he's just up 2 pawns, and the second one is when, in a similar situation, well, except there's no rook. I mean, but it's just an easy win. You gotta just, and Sam just doesn't. He gets.
Yeah, let's look at that game.
The 3-move repetition.
So
Yeah,
I want
Sam,
to go
we're not
back to the
happy with you.
repetitions.
We're happy that you beat Mark, though. But this game, man, how did you do this? Just play.
All right, so this is
just
the
play
first
rook c1,
first
king
time
c6, man.
this position is reached.
King c4, just go king c6.
Yes, so I thought it was just gonna go here, here, and then this.
Well,
If this
I don't
pawn
know,
pushes, you can just go.
No, but just go back.
51.
So go back to where White played rook c1 check, because I don't understand why he did that, or where Black played rook c1 check.
Oh, rook
sorry.
c1, yes, just king c6.
Yeah,
okay.
just so right here instead of that, just go king c6. It's game over. Nothing to be
So
done.
He goes back. This.
We were not happy with you, Sam.
Yeah, I mean you can just go for the check again and go back,
No random prize, so we are.
and then there's the draw.
And then hopefully everybody saw that incredible game between SS and Josh. That's just.
And then let's go. Yeah, I want to show that game too.
That's crazy.
That was too funny.
Absolutely, that was like the moment of the tournament. Even surpassing this Sam throw is even more inexplicable. You pre-moving in this situation.
Okay, so
like
he
how
has
the-
everything. So he blunders
Hold
the
on, hold on.
bishop,
Let's-
and he's still winning.
Let's point out
No
the fact
problem.
that the guy who got crushed by Sam in the last round says, "Wow, Sam, you drew that. You suck."
Okay, so he blundered a bishop. It's okay. We're still winning. Rook h8 by
Mark, that should make you feel bad. You
MCJGP,
got crushed by somebody who drew that.
and then the pre-move by self-service f4. Ouch.
Was it 100% a pre-move? Did he spend?
Oh yeah,
how much
we
time
didn't
did he spend?
confirm if it was a pre-move.
It's 0.1 if it was a pre-move.
Okay. Let's see.
So let's see. What was the time spent?
0.8.
So it was not a pre-move.
It was he was probably hovering over, and then maybe he saw maybe he thought he played rook h7 and just let go, and then he saw him lose his rook.
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no. It wasn't a pre-move apparently.
I don't know what it was then. I mean,
What could
maybe he thought he
be an
played rook h7. That's my theory. The guy plays rook h7, you play f4, you're fine, just winning.
These moments are crazy. It's no way to figure. I mean, it's just like really quick. You know, you doing something, you fail to notice something in a split second. But you don't have to be spending split seconds. You got 19 seconds. It's crazy.
Yeah, plenty of time. But I mean, these things happen all the time, so no shame at all. All right. So one more time, Isaac wins the tournament with 6 out of 6. We have Josh.
Congratulations.
5 out of 6. Josh only lost to Isaac, and then we have Skylar with 4 out of 6, who came in clutch at the end.
I felt like Isaac did a very good job, especially against self-service, where he took the stuff that self-service sacrificed, and he just defended very accurately. That was the game where it became very clear that Isaac was going to win the tournament.
Yes, he was not afraid of that attack at all. Very strong performance by Isaac. So what are the prizes? I think we have. Let me check. It's under announcements. So we have, if I can find it. We have, I think it's $35 for first place, and then $20 for second.
Comment. I didn't realize it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, if less than 12 entries, then it's only a $25 prize fund. So at the end we had 11, so a couple people withdrew, like Victor and Daniel after that loss.
Victor withdrew after one round. Come on, man.
And then Richard also withdrew. Yes, we had more than 12. At the end we only had 11 though. Alright, so I think that concludes Monday Fight Night. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was.
Had some good moments in there. So hopefully we can do this next week. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be happy to stream this again. Okay, so we have Justin saying $35 and $20, and top U21 prizes get 15 and 5. Good games, guys. It was a pleasure commentating with you, Dennis. Good job. You carry the commentary. I just kind of
talked for a while, but thanks for saying good job. I appreciate it. Just kind of sat here and said things.
Yes, thank you so much to Justin for organizing it, and Ali for donating his previous winnings from the tournament that happened last week into this tournament. That was very nice.
Thank you, Ali.
All right, guys. I think that's it for this stream. Thanks for watching.